Soy Fresiiiiii de YouTube, un día más en este canal donde no tenemos globos, pero tenemos manos. Let's go.
Arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Vale, ¿dónde estoy? Venecia, cariño mío. Traigo a tu hija. Me he ido para acá porque es donde he visto lo verde. Supongo que el resto está cerrado. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa aquí?
Sorry, we
Justo.
couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Sin autopsia no hay ofensa.
I'd only be upset if they'd fired.
Even hopped up on stems, my people know the rule. 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out and he ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Vale, ¿esta es la matriarca?
I'm
¿O es
not gonna
otra?
let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
I've got work to do.
Sí,
Yeah, I
perfecto,
hear that.
gracias.
Hell, man the perimeter.
Ay, no, bichos. Ay, no puedo entrar por aquí. Yo intentando pasar por ahí.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Igual los están llamando de alguna manera. Bueno, ya lo veremos. Lo verá la gente que no lo ha visto,
Are you here
pero...
to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
Wait. Is there an Asari matriarch here?
Sorry? I have not seen one.
She is safe then, at Rift Station.
This is not important. You must be listening.
Oye, no tiene cejas este hombre.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drift.
Un huevo, esta gente no ha visto a
This
alguien.
was Rachni ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
Ostras. ¿En serio?
Ragni. The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
That is so. Billions of lives lost in that war, on both sides.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen.
LOL.
That it survived the centuries.
Ya la liaron,
This is
tío.
miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the
Tengo que
neutron purge
extinguir.
must be set off.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. I am not so much.
Tengo que extinguir una raza ya extinta.
Mother always said.
Tócate los huevos. A ver.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
¿En serio? Mascullar algo.
Sic semper
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Who would have those codes?
Ay, Dios mío.
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
We're moving on.
Logging you out.
Que me presente para que me arresten. ¿El nombre de este me lo ha dicho?
I am feeling not so well.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira.
Ah, vale. Adiós al código de activación. Adiós al código de activación. ¿Me lo ha dado? Ah, pues sí. Menos mal. Menos mal que los tenía apuntados, tú. Si llega a ser de memoria... Ya me veía buscando a otro.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code
Lo
authorization.
tengo. Tengo el código.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Pues ya puedo correr, ¿no? Tirarle cosas a saco, tú. Tirarle de todo. Tío, me están humillando, ¿eh? Dale, loco. ¿Pero cuántos bichos hay aquí? Que nos vamos a morir. Tendría que correr. Que no, que hay mazo de bichos. Corre, 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 corre. Mira el mapa. Que seguro que baja todo eso. ¿Qué dices? Menos mal que corrió. Sí, son Rachi. ¿A dónde voy? De los proteanos. Aquí no hay nadie, ¿no? Se ha ido todo el mundo.
I'm
Están
sorry
aquí.
about this, Shepard. We've got orders from Venezia. Open fire!
¿Cómo? ¿Pero estamos locos o qué? ¿Para eso te ayudo? Tío, que no puedo pasar y me van a humillar. Oye, ¿el capitán cuánta vida tiene? Pregunto. Virgen Santa del Amor Hermoso. Aquí hay otro, ¿eh? No, 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 este como me den humilla. Ah, que hay un cristal. Yo me pregunto por qué no hacen caso a la tía esta. Me está dando mucha pena mataros, pero es que sois tontos. Sois tontitos. Vale, pues creo que voy bien. ¿Aquí he entrado? No te creo, tío.
There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
¿A que me va a pegar? Le ha importado poco, ¿eh? Con lo que me ha costado encontrarte. Te voy a matar y te voy a desintegrar. ¿Dónde está ella? No la puedo matar, supongo, ¿no? No me tires cosas. Pero se están pegando entre ellos. ¿No he visto un get por aquí? A ver, tirarle algo. Está para chope ya, ¿eh? No sé qué es eso, pero casi me mata. El que me haya dado. ¿Dónde? Están las últimas ya. Al huevo.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
We met Shiala on Pharos. She told us about Sovereign's indoctrination.
It is a terror to be trapped in your mind. To beat upon the glass as your hands torture and murder. I was powerless. Nothing but a tool for Saren. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Ojo!
There isn't much time. I transmitted the coordinates to Saren before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara.
¿Se va a suicidar?
Die.
Ah, no. No iba a ser tan fácil, ¿verdad? Que no me pille de nada de lo que tire porque me humilla, ¿eh? Eso no va a servir, pero... Ahora sí es súper fácil.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Netagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn.
F.
No light. They always said there would be a...
Efísima.
The sooner we're off this frozen world.
Espérate, pero ¿y esta? Ojo. Se va a comunicar a través de ella.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. You are not in harmony with those who hoped to control us. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Voy a preguntar un
If I let
poco
you
porque es
live,
una decisión
would you
difícil.
attack other races again?
No, I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
¿Vosotros qué decís, chicos?
You
Los
would have
dejamos
calmed them if I
vivir,
hadn't
¿no?
set off the
Pobrecita.
No, our minds are not as yours. We can only learn to sing in harmony. Without a mother, children are lost to silence. You should not sing of them in gray and violet. We would have stilled them ourselves.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
¿Te imagináis que se confunde de botón y la mata? ¡Qué bonito! Qué bonito, hemos salvado toda una especie, ¿eh? Ahora podrán ser libres, vivir en paz. Lejos de los Krogan, espero. Porque si no los van a matar otra vez. Voy a tener que
We
volver...
need to
Ah,
hurry,
vale.
Commander. My Benezia said she transmitted the Mu relay's coordinates to Saren. He may have already gone through.
We can't follow it. That relay's inside the terminus systems. They're not fond of Alliance ships over there, or Spectres.
The conduit's on Ilos. That's where Saren is heading. I plan to be waiting when he gets there.
Saren probably has his whole fleet in orbit around Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You need to alert the Council. They will assemble a fleet to accompany you. It is our only hope.
Crew dismissed. Joker, alert the Council. Tell them everything.
Me van a echar la peta, lo desconsejo por lo de los Ratnik, que vais a ver. Ah, no toca hablar con ellos, menos mal. Voy a hacer la ronda para hablar con mi equipo, para seguir tirándole ficha a Liara. Este pobre hombre que no le uso, tiene que estar hasta el toto de mí. Pasa súper desapercibido.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Yeah.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Me lo ha preguntado, tío.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. After action debriefs. But we found out about Sovereign.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
¿Abrirnos? ¡Ah! Ese es el que nos contó, ¿no?
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us.
Le tenías que haber enseñado eso a tu amiga Ashley antes de morir.
I don't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt a girl, broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
Sat down by a kid. Vernus must have hated that.
He didn't have time to hate it. I killed him.
¿Dol?
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Canadics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Todo el mundo ha perdido la cabeza, te quedas corto, chaval. Te quedas corto, hasta el consejo está fatalísimo de la cabeza. A ver, mi futura esposa.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
Qué Casanova, ¿eh?
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have...
A ver, me está dando pena porque es muy buena chica, pero en el 2 la voy a tener que dejar.
When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
Ay. Ay.
Are you saying you want to...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so... reserved. The union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it, not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices.
Ya caerá, ya caerá. Ya caerá. No os preocupéis, no os preocupéis, ya caerá.
What do you want, Shepard?
La me de
Why did you
hombre.
become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Ojo.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting.
Me encanta Grace, de verdad.
I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground.
Le quería matar, seguro.
Talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Pero nací...
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, But we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Pues yo quiero ir a ver a tu familia.
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father.
Tu abuelo.
I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
La buscamos.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Pues ayudamos a Grace, ya ves tú. ¿Qué problema?
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him.
No me seas negativo,
He's
hombre.
always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
No te preocupes.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
Thank you, Garrus. I'll keep that in mind. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do catch him.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
Claro. Claro, claro. No, adiós.
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren?
Sería muy lol eso.
Dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen.
Me gusta cómo piensa este hombre, ¿eh?
The Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
Yo estoy de acuerdo.
I'm glad you see it that way. I never had any intention of capturing that bastard. When I see him, he dies.
Good. The Council won't like it, but they can't stop you either. You see, this is why I want to be a Spectre.
Exacto.
You never have to worry about bureaucratic idiots making a mess of everything.
Just make sure you're ready when it happens.
Yes, sir.
Yo pienso igual. Y ya muerto, ya es como, lo siento, se ha muerto. No puedo hacer nada, es lo que hay. Pero esta, que sepas, Marta, que esta es el amor de mi vida. En el 2 voy a dejar a Liara y me voy a ir con Tali, pero de cabeza.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will.
Yo creo que lo vamos a encontrar a la vez, Tali.
After this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I didn't bring you along as a favor, Tally. You're here because you contribute to the mission, and I need all the help I can get on this one.
Don't worry. You can always count on me.
¿Su padre?
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure.
Ah, esto es lo que me contó antes, ¿no? Creo.
He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
¿Hala, es verdad? ¿Y su madre?
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Like nothing, Tali. Pues nada, chicos, hasta aquí.